What's up guys, Drew here. This is my U video for the 2018 YouTube Pagan Challenge, and U is for urtext and uncertainty. Now I chose two topics because I didn't have a whole lot to say about either, so I thought I'd pad out the video a little bit. I've really challenged myself with this 2018 Pagan Challenge to do every single letter, and some letters are harder than others. So this is what I came up with for you. I'm only going to give you some very basic information about the urtext. If it's something that you find interesting, I encourage you to go Google crazy and learn everything you can about it. So what is the urtext? So this is the greatest legendary treasure of medieval hermetic magic, aside from the elixir of life and the philosopher's stone. It's this magical grammar of the primordial tongue. Essentially, it gives its user the ability to create with only word. So, of course, there are legends and myths and religious teachings throughout history all over the world where the creator created with only the spoken word. This is in alignment with the urtext. It's this idea, essentially, that all words and names hold influence in all languages known, but that somehow the power of these words and names is askew. And so you don't get that full power. You hold influence with the spoken word, but you don't get that creative power that you do with the urtext. It is said that the urtext is in perfect alignment with spirit, and this is what gives it the ability to create. The last little tidbit that I know about the urtext that is one of the coolest things to me, I mean, the whole thing is cool, but there are those who have identified the urtext with the Book of Thoth. And I think that's really interesting. Okay, moving on now. Uncertainty. I don't need to tell any of you that, uncertainty, doubt, is the enemy of the magical practitioner. That we need to have a certain amount of faith, as it were. We need to be confident. We need to be confident. We need to be confident in what it is that we are doing and that it will work for us. And in my experience, this is true of everything. Everything. I mean, basics in life, but we're just talking about the spiritual path. Working with energies, entities, spirits, what have you, outside of yourself requires a bit of confidence as well. Confidence that you know what you're doing, which hopefully it's not an inflated ego. It's that you actually know what you're doing. Confidence in your abilities to do so, to do whatever it is you're doing. Confidence in, for instance, if you're working with energies outside yourself, that they have an ability to do what it is you're asking in the partnership. If you're doubting it all, it's not going to go well. And of course, with our magical practices, with our spell crafting. But I would say even with reading tarot or using the pendulum, any kind of divination, shadow work, anything that we are doing, we need to walk into it knowing that it'll be of some benefit. If we walk in feeling like we're going to fail, it's not going to work, or something isn't real, and not able to do what it is we're trying to do, there's a good chance it won't. I do not believe that magic and divination and these things don't occur because people don't believe in them. What I'm saying is, as a practitioner of any of these things, we are guiding the experience. We are putting our energy and our intent, again, even if it's just reading cards, into whatever it is we're doing. You ask any tarot reader when that's good. Ask Kellyanne Maddox, probably. I can't speak for her. But when she started She probably had doubts about herself and her ability. And over time, she overcame those. And I bet, I mean, anyone that I've talked to, including myself, about it, is as soon as you chuck away those doubts and you just take the example of the fool and jump off the cliff and you just give in to your intuition and to the belief in your own ability to do something, it makes it exponentially easier. We're not all cut out to do everything. We're going to have our strengths and our weaknesses. But anytime we go into a situation believing that we're not going to succeed, we've already put up blocks and we've already hindered ourselves. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about uncertainty, being uncertain. If we are going to do a working, a reading, anything kind of work, shadow work, spirituality, and we are not certain about what it is that we want, where we're trying to go, and how we're going to get there, it's messy, it's muddled, it's not okay. We should really, I mean, again, I don't need to tell any of you this, I'm sure, but it's just my you video. So when we sit down to do any of these things, we should be clear. Our energy, we should be grounded, stabilized, we shouldn't be all energetically all over the place, but we should also be clear in our mind about exactly what it is that we're trying to do and how we are going to go about achieving it. Even then, as you know, not everything works out perfectly, but at least we have done our part. If we are just all over the place and in a place of uncertainty, it is not going to benefit our work, whatever that work is. So yeah, again, it's not anything I needed to tell anybody. It's just, I'm doing this you video, guys. So thanks for listening. As always, much love and gratitude.